registration. Now, the Deputy Chief of Staff, Francis Asenso-Boakye, says he's confident the NPP will increase its political fortunes in the Ashanti region in the upcoming elections. The NPP parliamentary candidate for Bantama was speaking to Love News when he registered for his voter's card and distributed face masks and sanitizers to several registration centers in the Bantama constituency in Kumasi. Erastus Asaridonko has more.
The Deputy Chief of Staff, who is also the NPP parliamentary candidate for Bantama, went through the registration process himself today. He also visited and distributed a number of face masks and sanitizers at selected registration centers within the Bantama constituency. At the House of Faith Center at Imrom, Francis Asenso-Boakye took time to address some students who had gathered to go through the registration process.
And I'm also going to be the MPP parliamentary candidate for Bantama.
He told Love News this year's election will be decided on the achievements of President Akufo-Addo and ex-President Mahama during their first terms in office.
What will be the deciding factor for this whole general elections, especially in the Ashanti region?
It's about the achievement of the MPP and the NDC, especially when the two leading candidates were the two leading candidates in the last election. It's basically going to be about the performance of our record in this administration and in the last administration. And as you know, any fair-minded person will know that the difference is clear. We have said time and again that President Mahama, as president, was not able to introduce any single policy that affected the lives of people. And when we came, President Akufo-Addo has introduced several policy programs that are affecting the daily lives of people. And I think that's what Ghanaians are going to use to cast their ballot come December 2020.
He also expressed optimism that the Ashanti region will increase the party's votes in this year's elections.
We are very hopeful, given the work we have done. We are very hopeful that we are going to do a lot better in the Ashanti region than before.
Any prediction you want to
put? No prediction yet, but I'm hopeful that we are now doing the registration. The campaign hasn't started, so this is not a time for prediction. We are still working. I believe that at the end of the day, when we get close to the election, we know where we are, and we can, if there's any need for prediction, we will. But we are confident of victory come 2020.
Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaridonko, Kumasi.
Erastus Asaridonko now joins me via Zoom and talking about the earlier story. Erastus has been touring some of the registration centers for the senior high school students. Erastus, tell us where you are and what we need to know about the ongoing registration in schools.
So we just returned from the SDA Adventist Senior High School. We've also been to Asantamai Senior High School, and earlier in the day we went to Kumasi Anglican Senior High School. I must say the students are very, very excited about the exercise. Many of them getting the card for the first time and also having the opportunity to vote. To the extent that some of them are able to even tell us on camera who they are going to vote for and even why they are taking the card. And in all these centers we went, we saw that the social distancing protocols were duly observed. The school heads have been able to design or place the registration center in such a way that students are wearing their mask all right, they are spaced all right, they wash their hands before they sit down to go through the registration process. But one thing that we observed at Asantamai Senior High School, for example, we saw one student who had just finished the registration exercise, and she told us that she couldn't get guarantors to do it for her, and so she used the NHIS card. In fact, on camera, she told us she used the NHIS card, but when we confronted the returning officer, the EC officer, she denied that the girl used NHIS card. So that was the only observation we made. All the other students were using guarantors from their own colleagues. And so when they finished registering, they will guarantee for others to also go through the process.
And earlier we were told there was some confusion as to whether this should go on in our schools or not. And that's the reason why they say it's not safe. Some schools have recorded positive cases. So did that affect turnout? No,
I would say that this is a turnout that is already at the registration center, which is the school itself. And so they are doing it by class, class by class. When they mention the name of the particular class, you find the students coming in their numbers, take their seat, and then they go through the process. And so it's not like people are coming in from their homes. It's like they are already in the school, and the various heads are the ones who are coordinating and telling them that this class needs to come at this particular time. And then they make the announcement, the class will come and they go through the registration process. When they are done, another class will also come through and go through the process. So turnout was massive wherever we went across Kumasi.
So it was kind of compulsory.
Well, when you say compulsory, then it means that even if the students do not want to participate, they are forced to do so. But no, they are coming in voluntarily and they are excited about it. They tell you that they are so happy. They felt that they were not going to go through the exercise, but they were very happy when the headmaster came in to tell them that they can do so in their school. And so many of them, when you see them hold the card, they are so happy, all smiles, looking at the card and expressing happiness that they, for once, they can express themselves through Ghana's political system.
And that's my colleague, Erastus Asare, with some updates from the Ashanti region. Now, Maxwell Agbagba also visited Presec, Legon, and Achimota schools here in the Greater Accra region. This is what he found.
And here at Presec Legon, it is one of the centers that the registration is going to take place. So you can see behind me, the setup is ready for the registration to start. All the chairs here are arranged in accordance with the social distancing protocol. The registration officials are yet to arrive here on the ground, but there's an NDC party agent. The NDC party agents are actually waiting.
My name is Kofi Yesu, the senior house master of Presec Legon. An announcement has been made to all students concerning those who have attained the age of 18 and beyond. And the regulation is that classes will still go on. It will not disrupt our classes, but the teachers who have been detailed to be part of this exercise, they will be going from class to class. And those who have attained the required age or eligible to vote, they will come. And as you can see, we have arranged seats here for them. So the numbers that we have here are close to 100. So when they come, you sit, and when it's your turn, you move in, do your registration, and go back to class. Though it's a national exercise, but we will not allow it to disrupt classes. So the arrangement as I've given you, that is how we are going to go by. That is, you'll be in class. Classes will go on. When it's your turn to vote, register, then the teachers will bring you here. Quickly you do it and go back and continue academic work.
We have an NDC agent here with us.
Okay, so ours is to ensure that, you know, at the end of the registration period or day, we do a tally. So we have to make sure that the total number of people, students who will be able to register today, will tally with what we are doing. So we have something we call, that's the daily sheets.
We are here at the new assembly hall of the Achimota School, and the school is here in the Okankwin North District.
I'm the district registration supervisor. We are registering Achimota secondary school, senior high school students. But before the students were coming, the teachers had wanted to be registered first because most of the students haven't gotten a verification document. That is to say Ghana card or a passport. So when they register, they will in turn guarantee for the students so that we can also register them.
Okay. But wouldn't that create any problems?
No, they are teachers. You can never leave them out since they are within the school. So you cannot, once the opportunity has come on their way, you must use it.
So there are some party agents here, some of them taking this up there. Let's see if they can speak to us.
I came in not quite long, so I'm just trying to cross-check what he has already. And then I can input into my data column. And then for what we'll be looking out for, since it's the school, we're looking at maybe the students should comport themselves so that no one walk out contracting any of the COVID-19.
This is The Pulse with me, Aisha Ibrahim. We're back with more.